Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and today I'm going to do a sort of a project share kind of thing. I had posted a picture of a folder that I had created, and I had plans of making them into journal covers or maybe use it as a folder. So I have made 4 of these to go into my shop, and I will go through each of them, and they are not totally complete. I will be doing the completion process along with you as I go through every aspect of this folder concept of mine. So basically these are junk journal style folders which can be used as folders, or you can use them as covers. So each of them has a kind of not a theme, but sort of, a sort of a color scheme going on. So this is actually using mostly Tim Holtz paper, except the one that is on the spine. This is a lighter paper. I mean, it's not so thick because if I put something on the spine which is very thick, then it might split from here. So I have kept that in mind and made it into, this movement will not be so free. So I needed to use a lighter weight paper, and I have tried to coordinate everything. So this is the first one. Let me just give you a glimpse of each of them, and then I can go through them. So this is the first one. This says Shine, and each of them come with 4 pockets and minimum of 12 tags and journaling cards, etc. So, and they will be tied like this. This one is Believe You Can. This is using Stamperia paper, and I have tried to keep this breezy kind of look by using lace as a pocket option. Inside, of course, it's a little bit different. So this is the Stamperia one, and this is another one. This is a stitched kind of look. The Stamperia one does have stitching, but not everywhere. It has stitching on the sides of the pockets and the spine, and of course at the back. So, and the Tim Holtz ones don't have any kind of stitching. This is another one. This I made. This has a little bit of sewing. I'll just show you what it's. This is a pink kind of theme going on. So this is a pocket. This does not have a flap. So, but I've added a little lace trim. I think it looks very pretty. This is the B6 size, and I'll talk about the sizes in detail once I finish going through them. So this is not going to be a single part video. I will be posting a sort of an update on when these are going to be posted, listed in my shop, and I'll give you all the details in the next video, hopefully. Because they are nearly finished, they just need a little bit of finishing touch, which I can do online, along with you people, so that you get to see how I work through my journals. And this is another one. This is also in B6 size, and this has a travel theme. So if you're traveling somewhere, you can carry a folder like this and put your ephemera, and then come back home later on and convert this into a journal, because this has the opportunity. I have kept the options open. Somebody had commented, I think in my previous video, I think Anne Cathy, who had told me that she liked how I give certain ideas and options for the person who buys that. It's my nature to do so, because I always think of the fact that the person who gets it might not think in the manner that I had planned it. So I would like to give some insights into the things that I had contemplated when I put this thing together. So that was the main idea behind giving all these suggestions. So this is the travel themed one, and this is a shabby chic kind of pink themed French sort of thing, and I will go through that in a while. And this is the Stamperia one, which says believe you can. Each of them will come with a closure, and I'll show you how I put together the rest. And this is the Tim Holtz paper inspired one, Tim Holtz inspired thing, and this has a lot of things going on. Let me take out all the things from the pockets, and I'll show you how this thing is. And as you can see, it has a number of storage options, and you can put in a lot of things, and there are quite a few things inside. So the first things first, so this folder is in the standard traveler's notebook size. That means it is, let me give it in inches. This is 8.5, it's 8.25 by 9. I mean, when you open this whole thing up, it becomes 9. Otherwise, it's 4.5. So that's the measurement I have made. And what I've done is I've added a pocket in the front, and this has a spine sort of thing. And inside you get two pockets. One says memory and the other says beautiful. And at the back there is another pocket which has a contrasting lid kind of thing, and this is the closure. So you close it like this. I didn't want to put anything too bulky out here because I knew at the end of the day that will, if you put this in a traveler's notebook, it might bulk up the whole thing, you know, because you might be having other notebooks and stuff like that. So if you want, you can put in a Velcro or anything, magnetic closure or anything, but I didn't want to do that. I've kept it pretty flexible in this way. This is the shine themed one. So I'll go through the stuff that goes into here. This is a very grungy looking one. So I thought that I would, you know, add a little pop of color if necessary. So I have done so. Let me go through my ink stash and then, okay, so I have my inks out. This is an Indian brand I'm using, and I also use Tim Holtz Distress Photo, Distress ink, vintage photo. And I needed to change my sponge, so that's that. And I have inked up the whole thing, but you know, the journaling cards are not all inked up, so I might go in and do that while I talk you through the whole process. So the idea behind this came when I felt that you know, you can put in sorry if I'm not in the frame, you can put in a, you know, a paper pack or about 8 to 10 papers in between these folders and make them as notebooks also. So that was the whole idea behind this. And so I thought of making some as a prototype. I made one for myself and I quite liked the idea. Let me put this over here. I quite liked the idea. Just a minute. And then I saw that, okay, so it's fairly good. So let me use the concept. I hope I'm in frame. Use the concept and make some folders so that they can be used, you know, in as folders, or if you want to use them as notebooks. Now I will also keep an option of adding papers as an add-on. Now suppose you want some papers to be added to your cover, you can do that, because there will be an option. If you ask me, I can add 8 sheets of coffee stained papers, which will give you a journal for around 30 days, because 8 sheets of paper will give you 8 into 4, that is 32 sides, you know, for a journal. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll give you coffee stained papers, not the lace bound ones, the plain ones. This is for another journal that I'm making. So I'll give you papers like this as an add-on if you are interested to add something to your journal, which will always be separate from the cover price. And then you can add them in your journal. And I'll show you how you can do that. Let me cover this first. So this is the cover, okay? And this is the standard size notebook paper. So this is a tad bigger, so it might poke through, but anyways, you'll just get the gist of it. So this will be the the paper. So you can put in about 8 papers inside and then stitch it and then make it into a notebook itself. And the notebook can be, you can add tags and stuff over here, and then inside you can put stuff as well as at the back, or you can put it within the signature itself. Now suppose this is your notebook paper, and you can put this in the journal, inside the journal also. So this is a multi-purpose kind of thing. And I'll also show you how you can use this in your traveler's notebooks, so that you can sort of use this as a folder to store your ephemera, die cuts, or your journaling stuff. Or even when you're just as said before, when you're traveling, you can't always carry all your supplies, so you can just slip in a few papers in this folder sort of thing, and then you can later on come back and add all the journaling along with all the ephemera that you have collected. So that's the idea behind this, a very portable option, so that journaling on the go becomes very easy. So I am going to ink this up a little bit. There are some reddish autumnish kind of colors in this folder, but that's on purpose, because I wanted to keep this not too dark, not too very intense in color, as you can see, but I have tried to keep it very flexible, so that you can. It's very difficult to work and talk at the same time. So this is my card done. This is already done, so I'm going to work on this. This is actually from Stamperia. Stamperia papers are currently quite a rage, but quite a few months back I had discovered these papers by chance, and I simply fell in love with this paper line. The only drawback I found was some of the paper packs had too much of ephemera rather than journaling pages. So if you're looking for ephemera like cutouts, journaling cards, tags, and 4x6 cards and all sorts of things like that, then it's excellent. Otherwise, not all the papers paper packs have too many papers to be used in your journals. So this is another one. God, I was happy with my older older sponge. This somehow acts as a blob of color, sometimes adds just a blob of color. So I'm going to just ink it up a little bit, not too much. So you can see how I am putting together these folders, and there will be another part perhaps for sure, because I won't be able to finish this whole, I don't want this white part to be seen. I won't be able to finish this totally, so I will have to upload another part. So these are some journaling cards, which I might go and add some tags and eyelets and stuff like that later on. But before anything I do, I must ink them up. So these are all from Tim Holtz paper packs. Now, if you are aware of Tim Holtz paper packs, you know they come with 6x6 portions, the 2-inch portions, and these were in the journaling card size. These were, I think, 2x3. So this is the 2x3 cards. And the only thing I've done is I have just cut them out, fussy cut them out, and I have used them as journaling cards. And you can use them as journaling cards, as you can see. This is in ephemera, I think from Tim Holtz, of course, because that's the theme. And I have used other stuff also. As I said, I didn't want this to become very grungy, but this is very ideal for winter, I think, because whenever we're thinking of winter, not always do we think of these kind of colors, because this can be your Christmas Christmas journal or your winter journal or whatever. I still have one winter journal left in my shop, so if you're interested, you can check that out. And this is also one of those Tim Holtz, the journaling cards that. So mostly the papers are from Tim Holtz, and I also have plans of putting together my 2019 planner slash journal sort of thing. So I might do that in a series. So if you're interested, you can watch out for that. So I'll be making folders like this, and then I'll be also making journals which I will use as planners. I generally do that, and those are going to be my work planner and my brain dump. So that's that, and this has already been inked. So this journal is complete, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to put the stuff together. Now in the front pocket, I know this is a very narrow pocket, so I can't put too many stuff inside. I hope this is visible. So I can't put too many stuff inside. I'm going to put all the narrow elements that might go in. So this will also go in. This might look narrow, but that is it's not too narrow. So, and I can also put this over here. So I need to ink this a little bit more. So that's the idea. This is from the Stamperia, and the Stamperia papers are double-sided, so you don't need to do anything basically. They already have that distressed kind of look, so they require very little effort. So this is front pocket. You have 3 tags and ephemera that go in there, and as I open this, as you can see, it's already inked up. Let me move the inks and stuff away. It's already been inked up, and I'm going to put some things inside. This one I want, because this already has a lace trim like this, so I want this to be here so that this hangs out a little. And this one I want to put it over here, and this one I will put this here. And the smaller ones, perhaps this one can go in over here. Okay, so and the smaller ones perhaps can go in over here. The bigger one can go in over here, and I still have a few stuff left. So I will add a few stuff at the back pocket, and the smaller ones can go at the back. The smaller ones can go at the back, and I think these ones will also fit in. So this is also going, okay, let me see if it fits in. Okay, yeah, so they can go in, but I don't want to put everything at the back, so let's keep it like that. And then I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this birdie thing over here because that's how I like it, and I can put this number thing at the back. Now, when I was talking about making inserts and adding papers, so I have been coffee dyeing a lot of papers. As you can see, my coffee dyeing techniques are a little bit different, and they are splotchy. They will give you different types of shades. They are not uniformly coffee dyed. So if you are buying the add-on paper concept, if you want to add papers to this, then while checking out, you can put in a comment that before checking out, you can put in a comment that you want which kind of papers, so I can add those in. And when you're adding papers to your journal, you can simply fold these up and butt them, to this side, and then you can stitch them up, from here. So you can stitch them up. And if you want me to stitch the the signature sort of thing, I can do that. I can just stitch up, I think I can use my machine to stitch 8 pages, because that's what I'm going to offer, 8 pages, and make them into a signature for you, so that you can put it like this. Just glue it around this side. You can do that, or you can stitch it yourself later on. So that's up to you, what do you want. So that's that, and I will need a closure for this. So for this I have some sari silk ribbons, some undyed ones. So I like the undyed ones because otherwise they will look very grungy in this. This is a long one. Okay, so let's make it like this. So I just measure it with my scale. Like this is around 12 inches. So I'm going to make it around 24, and I'm going to snip this off, and this will go in as a closure. So my tying method is a little bit different. I like to keep it like this, and you can, I think this is a little shorter. I wouldn't want this, so sorry guys, I need to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use this. I can use that for something else maybe. So I will go in and punch some holes into the journaling cards, perhaps some of them, not all of them, and then I can make them into tags. So this is one of them that we are working on, and they are nearly finished. And once I finish these, so once I finish this, look how pretty they are. So this is how they are going to look, and they will come in. Last time I made some fabric pouches, so this time I'm planning on sending them in some Franken paper envelopes, so that you get to use the paper also. So I'm going to make some Franken, I already have some made, so I'm going to make envelopes out of these Franken papers and use them, as envelopes to send these in. So they are going to be put into envelopes of Franken paper so that you can use these papers to make tags, journaling cards, use them in your journals, whichever way you like. So that's one of the options that you have. And this is the end of the first part. So we'll continue with this in the second part. And hopefully we'll be able to, assemble as many as possible. I mean, the 4 of them that I have already prepped. So this is the idea behind this. And yeah, so have a great day. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and I'll post all my links below. My Etsy store is called Bluegrass Journal Shop. I will post a link to the shop below. Please go and check it out. I need all the support you people can give. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. You can go and check out my Instagram page, and if you want to see more of different kinds of videos, then please subscribe to my channel and press the subscribe button. Thank you everybody for watching this. So bye, and wait for the second part of this folder cover video sort of thing that I'm doing. So bye everybody, have a great day.